This is question 2 from the first CSAT sample paper. So in this question we're given a function g of x, which is just x+1, and then we're asked what happens when we apply g n times. So this just means g applied to g, etc. n times. And we define hn of x as g applied n times to x. And then we ask what happens if we apply hm times, so apply hn m times, to 0. What's the answer? So if you want to have a go at this question yourself, pause the video now. Okay, so I think it's easiest to work in terms of x rather than 0. So we'll think about what hn m times of x is, and then just apply that to 0. So first let's figure out what hn of x is. What happens if we apply g n times? Well, let's say g is just g1 of x. So this is g applied one time to x, and that's just x+1. What happens if we apply it twice? Well, then we first apply g, so we get x+1, then we apply it again, so we get x+1 plus 1. So if we do g2 of x, that's x+1 plus 1, that's x+2. We can immediately see what's going to happen if we keep applying this. If we apply it 3 times, then we're just going to apply g to this answer, so we're just going to add 1 to this, that's going to be x+3. If we do it 4 times, we add 1 to that answer, so we get x+4. So we can see that if we apply it n times, we're getting x+n. Bear in mind, this question isn't asking for a proof, so this would be a very easy proof by induction, but you're not asked to do that, so it's enough just to see what the answer is and write it down. And since hn of something was defined as g to the n, that means if we apply hn once, we just get x+n. That's what it means to apply hn. Okay, so now let's think about what happens if we apply this multiple times. What happens if we apply this again? That means we now take this and we apply hn to it, so we're just adding n to this. So we're getting x+n plus n, and that's going to be x+2n. And then if we applied it 3 times, what happens? We just apply h to this, so we get x+3n, and you can see what's going to happen again. So if we apply hn m times, that means we're just adding n m times, so we're doing x plus m times n, m lots of n. And now finally we have to figure out what happens if we insert x equals 0, but that's easy. This part's 0, so the answer we get is just m times n. So our answer is m times n, or n times m. You could write it either way around.